All right, guys. So as you continue working on that, let me borrow your attention. And so we can talk about what's due next class. Right? As I mentioned, this is now our project. The beginning of our final project. We're going to start with the study model. Right? So I think, this is as good of a frame that I'm going to get of my area right here. So for next class, guys, we have 6. Oh, well, I have it right here on the screen. Let's actually, let me switch this right here. So, all right. Again, let me borrow your attention. I know that you might be busy and excited putting your model together, but let's talk about what's due next class, right? So for next class, right? So this is project number 3, studies on form. Right, for next class, so we need 10 poster board volumes. We need 6 slabs, right, with the grid, the volumes and the grid. And we need a base, right, with concealed edges. Right? Please notice the height, right? 1.25 inches high, right? 1 inch margin, and an inner 10 by 10 pencil grid line on top of the surface, right? So we need 10 volumes, 6 slabs, 1 base, and this supplies right here. And I'll talk about the supplies in a minute. But let's first go back to the volumes, right? So 10 volumes, 6 slabs, and the base. Let's talk about that. All right, let me switch back right here. And again, let me borrow your attention so that we're all clear what we're doing here. All right, guys. And again, I was trying to get this clean and give it to you guys, but I'll do it as I go over it, right? So we're gonna have these boxes right here. And there is 1, 2, 3, 4 different sizes. All right, and then maybe I'll put it right here. So I'll start from over here, right? So box A, right? There's going to be 6 of them. Right? And these are the measurements of such box. It's 1 inch by 1 inch by 1 inch, right? 6 of them. 6, 1 inch by 1 inch. And again, of course, all of this, I'm going to upload this on Blackboard. I'll take a photograph and I'll upload it right there on Blackboard. Because I know it's a little bit difficult to see it right here on your screen, right? But just bear with me and follow along. And again, let me borrow your attention right here, right? So this is box A. Box B is 2 inches high, 2 inches high, 2 inches deep, and 1 inch deep, right? So it is, right, this shape right here. So that's box B. This is box A. Right. And again, box A is going to be 6. Box B is going to be 2 of them. Box C is going to be just one of them. And that one's going to be 3 inches high by 3 inches deep by 1 inch thick. That would be volume C. Right. And volume D, the last one, right? Volume D is just one of it as well. This one's going to be 5 inches high, right? 1 inch deep, to 1 inch thick. Okay. So how many volumes do we have in total? 10. Right, correct. Again, this is 5 inches tall. And of course, you know, if you might be taking notes right now, that would be a great idea as well. All right, so, all right. Box B, 2 by 2 by 1. Here it is, exhibit A, right? 2 by 2 by 1. These models right here, right? These are your volumes, right? These are made out of white poster board, aka cartulina, right? Now notice that these boxes should have a 1 inch by 1 inch grid with ultra fine point Sharpie, which is this Sharpie that I'm actually using right now. This is ultra fine. This is fine, right? This is fine, ultra fine, right? We're not looking for fine, we're looking for ultra fine, all right? So notice that these boxes now are gonna have this grid right here, right? Notice that they're gonna be made like this, and I was experimenting with this, right? And that they didn't come out that great, right? This one right here, right? 3 by 3 by 1. This one right here, right? So that would be this one right here. This one is this one right there. I have the cutout for this other one right here. Now this one's going to be 6 of them, right? And this one is the template for the other one of this ones right here. Now notice again that this is the grid that I'm talking about, right? The 1 by 1 by 1. Of course, it has its steps right there. Everything the same that we've been doing today. All right. Any questions so far? No? Everything clear? Okay. Let's move on then. Okay. So those are those boxes right there, white poster board, right? So again, it's important, white poster board right there. And again, it has the grid, right? Box A, B, C, D, 5, 1, 1, 3, 3, 1, 2, 2, 1, 1 by 1 by 1. And these are our volumes. All right. Now we're going to have the following slabs. All right. So volume A, slab A, right, is going to be 2 of them. Right? It's this guy right here. It is right 1 inch thick by 8 inches tall. All right. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right. That gives us this right here, 8 inches. Right. So 1 by 8. The next one's going to be 2, right, by 8. And the next one is going to be 3 inches by 8 inches. So they're all the same length, just the thickness changes, right? And so we have slab A, 2 of them. Slab B is going to be 2 of them. And slab C is going to be 2 of them. Right? So 2, 2, 2. Now, notice that this also have a 1 inch by 1 inch grid with, and I guess I did spell everything out right here, ultra fine point Sharpie, right? So that would be this grid line right here. And these are made out of white. That means board. And these are our slabs, right? And they look like this. All right. 3, 2, 4, 6, 8. 3 by 8, 2 by 8, 1 by 8. Sharpie grid, Sharpie grid, Sharpie grid, white foam board, like this. All right. So we have boxes, we have slabs, right? The last part is going to be a base. All right. Any questions so far on either the volumes or the slabs? No, sir. All right. Good. Negative. All right. Thank you, guys. Last part right here, guys. It's a base. All right. And it is the following. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There we go. Something like that. So this base, attention here, guys, attention here, right? You want to redo this. So the overall dimensions of this base is going to be, right, 12 inches right, by 12 inches. Now the height, guys, the height for this base is going to be 1 inch and a quarter, right? Don't let this number throw you off. It's not 1 inch high, it's an inch and a quarter. So it's taller than the smaller volume right here. The volume is 1 inch, the base is going to be 1 inch and a quarter high, right? 1 and a quarter high by 12 by 12. Now on the inside of the grid, you're going to have, with pencil, you're going to have a 10 inch by 10 inch pencil grid, right? That's going to be this grid right here on the inside. And so again, this is 12 inches by 12 inches. The grid is 10 inches by 10 inch, meaning that you should end up with 1 inches on all of the sides right here as a margin, right? So 1 inch, 1 inch, 1 inch, 1 inch right there. All right. Question? If the board for the base is black, is the pencil white colored pencil? No. Actually, it will show up, right? So here it is, right? So this is, it's kind of like a chessboard. Can you guys see the grid right here? Right? And it's kind of nice, right? It's kind of nice because it's there, but it's not like there, right? So this is exactly what I'm talking about, right? This is the 1 inch margin right here. This is the 10 inches, 1 inch, right? 1 inch here, 10 inches here, and on the other end, another inch right there. All right. So this would be the surface for your base. This one right here, where then you're gonna have boxes and more boxes or volumes, right? And your slabs, which we'll talk more about them, right? William, yes. Where can I find black foam board? Walmart. That's the first place that I would go to, Walmart. As a matter of fact, I was doing some homework for you guys. Walmart or Hobby Lobby. Now, Hobby Lobby is going to be more expensive. I'm realizing that Hobby Lobby is more expensive. So Walmart is it's the place that you want to go. Yes, the thickness of the black foam board, right? So the thickness of the black foam board is the same as the white foam board, right? Right, it's the same one. So be careful with that. They sell some extra thick ones, right? That they're like that thick. You don't need that. It's harder to cut and its price is more expensive. So this one is the same thickness. Now, It's gonna be the same story for the base, guys, right? Let me talk about the base right here. This is important, right? So speaking of thickness, so remember the height is gonna be 1 1/4, right? But notice that we're doing the rabbet joints, right? On 2 edges of each of the 4 sides, right? So attention, piece 1, piece number 2, piece number 3, piece number 4. Rabbit, 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 rabbit. Feel like a frog or something, right? How are these going to work? Attention, please. Attention, right? Piece 1, piece 2, piece 3. You're not going to be able to see everything on the screen. That's okay. Piece 4. I think I'm going to have to maybe use a different camera. Hold on a second. Maybe something like that. Okay. And then we're going to put this on top right here. So I want to show you guys if I can get this off the ground right here. All right. I know how. Let me get some tape right here. Hold on, guys. Let me get some tape. All right. So number 1, 1 or 2. I'm securing the corners just like I did on the previous model. And I think I'm gonna have to switch cameras. A question. The top one is the base, which is 12 inches, correct? Correct. All right. So here, let me show you guys this right here. This camera is a little bit better, much better. All right. So here it is, guys, the base. All right. So again, it's made out of, this one is made out of 5 pieces, guys. We don't need the bottom piece. All right. We don't need the bottom can be open. All right. Meaning that it could be like this, like for a cake. All right. But notice that the edges are concealed. So we did that same exercise that we did with the white foam boarding class today, right? All of these edges are concealed. So again, it's kind of like a board game base, right? Which is kind of what it's going to be, right? And then the bottom is open. Again, notice the edges right there, right? And again, notice that this it's got the rabbit, right? So that it can go in here. With what? Concealed edges, right? You'll be surprised how many unconcealed edges I will receive. I hope none, but it never fails that someone is like, wait, what? What do we have to do? And like, conceal your edges, my friend. And they're like, ah, that's what we're doing. Oh, mister. Right? So, yeah. Open bottom, grid on the top. And I think that's it. Questions? Questions, Elvis? How do we lay out the volumes? What do you mean, William? How do we lay out the volumes? let's talk about that actually, William. I like your question. What do you mean? What do you mean? How do we lay out the volumes? Okay. So how do we lay out the volumes? Like on the base, do we just put them on it? This is in a specific order. Well, let's not get ahead, right? So right now, the only thing that we're doing is assembling them, and they're just going to be loose pieces, right? So we're going to have 10 boxes, 6 slabs, and a base. And that's it, right? I mean, they're going to be loose. If that's your question. We're not going to attach them to the base yet. Let's not get ahead. We eventually will end up doing something like that, but first let's take it one step at a time. All right. Now, I thought when William was asking his question, I thought he meant this, right? How are we gonna lay them out? Well, so this is where each of you guys, right, is gonna have to do their, exercise of laying them out right here, based on what we learned today, right? The only thing I can tell you though is that one of the most important things is that your initial grid lines, your initial lines right here to get your models going, and your, let's say your unfolded pieces, one of the most important things is that those lines are straight. If they're not straight, you're gonna have issues like I did right here. I was doing it really fast. I don't know if you can see how bad this is from the screen. In person, it looks worst, right? None of those 4 pieces right there are a square. They're all rectangles, and that's not good. They should all be the same form. So that's not good, right? But that happened because I was doing my guidelines really, really quickly. And I was having a few beers too. I was doing this on Saturday. So I was like, well, I'll just listen to some music, drink some beers, and get the model action going on right here. Which, you can do if you're of the age. Right? But again, just be careful, right? Because again, this one came out really bad. Right? You see, and then it's kind of dirty right there. This one was the first one that I was putting together, right? Now this one came even worse, right? Because now it won't close. And I'm glad I'm showing you guys this because these are all things that can happen to you. You see how this one is not closing? I have this huge gap right there. It's really hard to see kind of like on video, but it's terrible, right? You see that whole gap right there? This top side is shorter than the bottom one. And again, all of this happened because my grid is off. Right? You see how here I'm having a hard time aligning them? They should be aligned. That's what the grid is for, right? I mean, right? That should go there. But you can't do it. Right? It's too much. So this one's definitely a redo. Right? It's useless, right? Because it doesn't. You see, like it doesn't close. So careful because that's what's gonna happen to you, or it might happen to you. But again, as you start learning through them, right? I mean, you start kind of putting it together, right? Again, don't forget to score them so that you can bend them, right? So this is the tiny one. So by the second, third one, you'll be like, all right. I see what we're doing. I see how this is working. Okay. I wanted to show you guys right here on my screen. Questions? If all else fails, Google. Yeah. Yeah, but it should be fine. Definitely, that's always Google. I wanted to show you guys here. This is the Walmart on on Hawkins. This is the Walmart on Hawkins. This is where they have their foam board right here. I think their poster board is here, right? Pens and that stuff is on that other side right there. And this is like the flags kind of area right there. So I wanted to show you guys that. That's where that's probably the best place to find your foam board, whether that's white or black. And again, don't get the super chunky one, and do not get the one from Hobby Lobby, guys. I mean, I'm sorry, from the dollar store. Do not get the one from the dollar store. think I have a better picture over here. And so they have them right here on the bottom. You know, that's where they are at. Let's see what else I have there. See, at Hobby Lobby, they have it like this right here on my screen. And they have a really thick one right here on the bottom, and then they have it color, right? So they have the foam board right here. This is color, again, white, but it's more expensive here at Hobby Lobby, right? These are not poster board, guys, so do not get this. Do not get this. This is the foam board right here. So again, the poster board should be really cheap. So Natalia, good question, right? Is it okay if all of the foam is white even for the base? No, we do want them to actually stand out, right? We do actually want them to be separate color. So I'm glad that you're asking, Natalia. So please keep an eye out on all of these instructions, right? I'm glad that you're asking, Natalia. I understand, right? But no, we do need white poster board, white foam board, and black foam board. We do need those three types of material. Again, remember that the thickness is standard 3/16. All right. So if you don't have it, that'll be a good time to get some of it. All right. Now, additionally, please get for next week straws. I know that we're being environmentally conscious and we're trying not to use straws. So look at home first. Like we had some here at home. So I'm asking you guys to get 2 types of straws, right? And by 2 types, I mean 2 thicknesses, right? So the standard thickness, which is this one right here, and then kind of the coffee one's thickness. These are thinner, right? So regular and thin straws. Where? Dollar store, right? Dollar Tree, dollar store, you'll find them $1 a box. I guess first look at home. You might have some already, right? If you can get some that are solid color versus the one that I have the lines, that'd be better. But just whatever you can get, right? So regular straws, coffee straws, or thin straws. Sometimes these are black. These are like the ones for like kind of like mixing your coffee. How many? A few. I'll say a box. I'd say half a box per person or so, right? So, and I give you guys here the thicknesses, right? So regular, they're approximately about a 1/4 inch thick, and the slim or the thin ones, right? Which again is the coffee style, right? Actually, this is opposite. These are thinner. This should be 1/4 inch. And these are the, oh, wait. These are 1/8 of an inch. I remember these are about an 1/8 of an inch. That's why I was like. So these are about 1/8 of an inch. 1/4 versus 1/8. And then get yourself some toothpicks as well. Standard toothpicks. Those should be about a 16 inch thick. Right? So plus, minus 1/16. And of course, there will be an upload for all of this. Any questions on the supplies or what's due next week? Questions? No, sir, says William. So guys, this is gonna take you some time, right? I say that it's gonna take you, I don't know, about at least 2-3 nights of about 4 hours each. Maybe less, maybe more. right? But do please plan on that, right? These are due for next class, right? The 10 volumes, the 6 base slabs, and the foam board base, right? These are due next week, along with your straws, right? Regular straws, extra thin or thinner straws, toothpicks. Again, I'm gonna upload the requisites for the volumes, the base, and the slabs, right? The thickness and all of that, even though it's already on the recording, but I'll add it for a reference. Lastly, before we leave, because this has really extended long today, I don't know if you guys noticed, but I have uploaded grades, your current grade, into Banner. Have you guys looked there? So on your grade now, there should be a column that says current grade, right? Now I bring this up because this Friday is the last day to drop a class with an incomplete. No, I'm sorry, with a withdrawal, which is the W, right? You get a W, but it doesn't hurt your GPA or something like that, right? Just have that in mind. I think well, I'm pretty confident that if you're here right now, you're watching this right now, whether it's live or recorded, I'm pretty sure that you're fine, right? It's actually some of the people that have not been keeping up with the recordings and all of the assignments that, you know, should really be looking at this, but I'll deal with that separately. But I bring this up as well so that just in case maybe you enroll for that biology class and you never attended, or you enroll into that music class that you never really finished, remember that your instructors are not forced to drop you. And if you look into my syllabus, right, I don't drop students. I have students that have submitted nothing. I actually had never seen them. They're never really been part of the class, but they're still enrolled in the class. At the end of the semester, guess what? I'm just gonna have to keep punching numbers, right? Boom, boom, boom. And you get a 0 for the class, and that turns into an F. Nothing hurts you more in your GPA than an F. It's better to withdraw or, you know, to finish the course with a successful grade, all right? So remember that you're not dropped automatically, right? I also want you to remember that this is the current grade, and there's still a lot of points to gain, right? There's still about 35% of your grade that is to be built, right? 35%, right, of your grade. That's a lot, right? So the current course grade is everything that you have submitted up to right now that has been graded, everything that you have a grade for until right now, right? Which, good job. Now, guys, I want you to please listen to me carefully, right? I need you to please understand that the train is gone on missed assignments. I really appreciate and I really respect that some of you guys have reached out, right? And like, you know, very much I understand, right, that Mr. Munoz, I'm concerned about my grade. I don't like my grade. Or, you know, is there anything else that I can do about my grade? And my response is always, of course, there is something that you can do for your grade. And the best thing to do for your grade right now is to kick ass with your final project, right? You have a few quizzes and labs out. You have labs, I think lab 7 was due today, right? But you still have 8, 9, and 10 or something like that. The quiz and the lab, so that's a lot of points. You have project 3 and project 4. That's a lot of points, right? And you have the online journal, which is a lot of points as well, right? So right now, guys, I am not accepting any late work, right? I need you to look forward, not backwards. And I'm not doing this because I'm mean, right? Even though I'm kind of mean. No, I'm kidding. I'm very nice, right? But I'm actually doing this for you because I need you to pay attention to this project right here. This project right here. I need you to look forward, not backwards. And if you don't like your grade or your results from previous projects, I need you to, again, kick ass on this project, right? I don't want to talk about past assignments. I want to talk about future assignments and how you, right, are going to do your best on these assignments, right? That goes the other way as well, although I'm not that concerned, right? I mean, if your grade is, if you're very, very satisfied with your grade right now, know that your grade still can come down if you all of a sudden bump project number 3 and project number 4, right? Project number 3 and project number 4 are technically the same project. Project number 3 is going to be the study model. Project number 4 is going to be the final model, all right? So have that in mind. That's still about 35% of your grade that is to be built, right? We just had a lot of math this weekend with the electoral college and, you know, the votes and whatnot, the election. But if you think about it this way, right? If you have a 60 right now in class, right? You need 10 points to pass, right? But there's 35% of your grade out. Let's round it out to 30, right? So 30% of that grade is still out. So you can still practically get a B if you ace everything from here on. So you can go from a 60 to a 80, maybe, potentially. Again, if you kick some butt, right? But again, let's be realistic too, right? You know, this is where I really pay attention into participation, your journal, and your overall performance in the class. If later down the road, when we're in finals week, I see that you're on the how do you call it, crisps, on the edge of an A and a B, or a C and a B, or a C and a D, I might reach out to you and like, hey, you're missing like half a point to get the next letter, right? Let's talk about those assignments. But if you're trying to go from a 70 to an A right now, I'm trying to prepare you to be realistic, right? And let's try, first of all, pass the class. And let's definitely, right? I mean, if we're in a C, let's see how we can get you into a B, right? If you're in the B, if you want to strive for that A, you know, it's still there, right? If you want to. If not, that's also cool as well, right? But I just want everyone to be realistic with their grades, right? We've had, you know, it's been an interesting semester. We were very flexible in the beginning of the semester right now, but again, I want to point this out. The train is gone on missed assignments. I'm not talking right now to anyone about assignments, unless it's something outstanding, right? Unless it's something, you know, death of a family member, you know, sickness in the family, but I'm gonna need documentation. I'm gonna need a good case, right? If it's because I didn't listen to the instructions and it's just because I don't know what happened, that's okay. You know, don't worry about it, right? Really, really don't worry about it. Worry about your project. Worry about from here on. I don't want you to try to fix your project, your grade right now. I want you to build up your grade right now, all right? So please, I've been getting a few emails. I haven't replied back because I wanted to, you know, mention it here in class, right? That's how things are. I want everyone to look forward, not backwards. And if you really want to improve your grade, show me with this final project. Show me with your quizzes right now. Show me with your labs right now. Show me with everything that you're going to be doing from here on up until the first, second week of December when we're done. All right? But actually, overall, everyone's doing pretty well. You know what I mean? Everyone's doing pretty well. Again, there's a few exceptions for those that, I don't know, I haven't seen in the entire semester. I have reached out to some of them and emailed them. All of them I reached out and, you know, a few responses. But anyway, guys. And lastly, you may have noticed, I don't believe in extra credit assignments. I don't. Like I said, that's not the idea. I think that's something that high school has really ingrained in students and a few college classes. There's always the extra credit. That I don't mess with that. I really don't. I just don't. You know, I mean, it's everyone has a fair shot. Everyone has the same, you know, assignments to work on, and that's that. Okay, so please understand that. All right. But like I said, there's still a lot of things that can happen. Still 35% of your grade out there that you can still, you know, up to you, right? Do a lot of good things. All right. Cool. Let's see. Questions. All right, so Natalia, I don't see current grade for graphics 1. No, because there isn't one yet. Natalia, give me a few. I'm working on that, right? We're in design 1 right now, and I'm dealing with design right now. Perhaps tomorrow in graphics it will be something else. Okay. William, where do I see my grade on Banner? Can someone help William to see his grade on Banner? Because again, my view is different as the instructor, right? And plus, I don't want to accidentally show the entire gradebook right here on screen and recording. So I don't want to mess with that right now, William. So it shouldn't be a big deal, right? I mean, does everyone see that? Does everyone see current? It says current grade or current course grade. Does everyone see that? Theirs, at least theirs. On ISIS, if you go to grades on Blackboard, it's one of the rows on the design course. Yes. So when William, again, it should be under grades, right? And again, Wendy, I think you're also asking about graphics. I'll have that. That's my homework for tonight. Prepare the grades for graphics tomorrow. I'll talk about that later tomorrow, right? Right now, I'm talking about design. You're welcome, Natalia. Crystal, you go to my grade, and it is the first one in the list. William, oh, okay, I know that then, but I was looking for the banner version. Thank you. There's no banner version. Well, I don't know about all the instructors, but it's my understanding, and the way that I've always done it is that the banner grade is your final grade. So you're not going to see that until the semester is over. And, you know, I think that's across the board, right? On banner, you shouldn't see a grade yet. That grade is when it's done. The semester is over, and that's the official course grade. Right now, you're grading the current grade. That's the snapshot of where you're at right now. And but again, you know, good job, everyone. You know, I mean, to be this semester, you know, I mean, it's been a different semester, but the work has been really good. So good job on that. Oh, I'm sorry, William. Maybe I said banner. I meant Blackboard. I don't know if we said banner, but it should be Blackboard, not banner. All right. So there's the grade there. Again, don't stress about it right now. Don't try to like, but I'm an A student and I'm this, I'm that. All right. Well, let's get you there. I understand that, right? But again, right now, I want to do what you're gonna do next. Now, what you're doing in the past. All right. This is the test. This is the last assignment. All right. So anyway, guys. If there is no other questions and if there is no other comments, that's all I have for you guys today. It's been about 4 hours of class today. That's pretty long. But you saw, I mean, how much we got done. And ultimately, right, I mean, we got our cube boxes right here. I'm going to ask you guys to take some photographs of these, upload them on both on your journal and on Blackboard. All right, so please be on the lookout for that this week. Of course, it's not there yet, because I haven't gotten there yet. Oh, I'm sorry, Wendy, I didn't see your question. Mr. Munoz, you did not answer my question. Will we still need the Amazon boxes later? It's probable, Wendy, but those are scraps, right? I mean, those are just so that you always have around you, right? So that you always have those around you. So if you don't have them right now, I wouldn't go out of my way to get those boxes, right? Like, oh my God, I need to get boxes. No. Just if you have some, put them aside, unfold them, put them flat, leave them there, forget about them. If you don't have them there right now, that's fine. The next time that you get some boxes, you save some of them. But do you have to right now run and go get boxes? No. I think it's more important that you get the poster board and the foam board, the white foam board and the black foam board. All right. So thank you for the question, Wendy. Thank you, Natalia. Have a good day as well. Crystal, you have a great day as well. Great class. I'm glad that you enjoyed it, Crystal. I think so as well. All right, Wendy, you are welcome. Vivian, you are welcome. I'll see you, okay? Got your emails, Vivian? Hopefully this calms you down a little bit. All right, Vivian, I'm not ignoring anyone. I just wanted to bring it up in class, all right? But I know that all of you guys have a lot to offer. All right, Vivian, so keep it up. Thank you, Luis. Have a great week, you too. Bye, Christian. Bye, everyone. If you want to stick around and you need to talk to me, please do. I'm going to stop the recording now. Well, that was abrupt. I was not trying to do that. I was not trying to just leave. But again, guys, if there's anyone right here.
Is he coming back?
All right, guys. Well, this